Hi, my name is Paul Stock and I'm running for City Council. A few of you may know me from the time that I've spent in the Hope and District Chamber of Commerce or organizing the Hope 10K. And although I've volunteered quite a bit in my community, I'm not as popular as some of the other candidates. But I'm not running on popularity, I'm running on ideas, I'm running on a vision, I'm running on a new hope. Before I tell you my platform, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a financial analyst. I'm working towards my CPA. My background is in accounting, and I'm a part of the Financial Institution Commission of British Columbia. I'm a numbers guy. I see numbers all day, and that leads into the first point in my platform. The first point is we need to exercise financial responsibility. We need to start an internal audit. The second point is we need a higher level of fiduciary duty. We cannot spend $215,000 of taxpayer money on the station house and not know where this is going to go. The third is we need to look at the return on investments. Whenever we put out taxpayer money to Advantage Hope or other large ideas, we need to make sure that the return on investment is sound. In 2011, the unemployment rate in Hope was 9.9%, and we've actually gone up to 11% for the unemployment rate in 2016, while the rest of Canada and British Columbia, the unemployment rate went down. And also we need other sources of revenue. I did some research and I have four possible streams of revenue that are not taxation based, and if we follow at least two of them, we can roll back property tax by 2% in the fourth year of a 4-year term. And let me digress slightly before I go into the second point in my platform. For the last 13 years I've been taking care of elderly parents. My mom, she moved into my home when she came down with breast cancer, and after she passed away, my dad had several strokes that have made him disabled. So taking care of seniors has been a passion for me because most of my adult livelihood has been taking care of my family. We need to create a task force to look at the senior issue. I believe Fraser Health is overwhelmed with the need for senior care. We don't have enough community health workers in our area. Some private care won't come out to Hope, so we need to look at this. I think that if we don't look at this in 10 to 15 years from now, there will be a crisis with not being able to meet senior needs within Hope. Recently, the Hope Standard did a piece on a senior citizen that was living in a tent at a campsite. And we simply cannot allow this to happen to the seniors that live in our area. The third point that I'm going to make in my platform is social housing and affordable housing. Currently, HATS and HEART, there are a lot of leaders in our community that are dealing with social housing, and just recently on the old Hope Princeton Highway, there is an emergency shelter for 20 beds, and I applaud the organizations that are doing this right now, working with the provincial government. And we as elected, we need to support them and facilitate what they need so that we can help the people that are in need of our community. Just to make note that Medicine Hat, Alberta, they use social housing to eradicate homelessness, and there was affordable housing in Vienna, and as well they had zero homelessness as well. And we need to look at this and work together with the leaders in our community that are already dealing with this to make Hope a better place. And my fourth point is we need to look at infrastructure. Every winter we struggle with dealing with potholes and repaving, and there are different environmental options that are cheaper. There are some roads in Germany that last for 20 years that are environmental options where they use 20% less salt in the wintertime and there are no potholes. We need to look outside of the box and look at these things so that we can save money and basically do more with less. The fifth point is industry. We need to attract industry. I did a piece for the Hope and District Chamber of Commerce, and I had 3 pillars that I mentioned. The first pillar being we need to partner with the existing business community and see what their needs are, and not only listen but act upon what they're telling us. The second is tourism. We need to focus in on tourism, and we need to facilitate the tourism industry. But the third, which we don't really focus in on, is industry. I believe we can attract industry to our district and have industry be a part of giving a living wage, not minimum wage, to the people here in Hope. I brought in, or I read a Forbes article about a community in the United States called Perryville, and they lost their major source of industry in their town, and they found unique ways to regrow their community. And through the Hope and District Chamber of Commerce, we actually brought their CEO, Brent, here, and he shared with us different vantage points on how they grew their community from nothing to the lowest unemployment rate in the Midwest, which is phenomenal. And my last point on my platform is inclusion. I had spoken to Hans Jessic. He was a former president of the Hope and District Chamber of Commerce, and he had told me that there used to be a seat for the president of the Hope and District Chamber of Commerce across from the 6 councillors and mayor, and I think we need that seat back, but we also need to add 2 more seats. We need a seat for Vantage Hope there as well, and we also need a seat for First Nations. I think we all need to work together in the community to make this a better place. And I have a challenge. For everyone that is elected, if I'm elected, I will put my salary back into the community through a charitable organization. And if all 6 councillors and the mayor do the same, we can inject almost $100,000 back into the community every year. And I'm willing to do this. So if you're looking for a new vision, a new hope, come election time, vote for me. Vote for Paul Stock. Thank you.